channel, the Trainers channel, the People's channel, and I got here one of my co-hosts, Mickey Bey, former champion, and also high level. You know, I would like to say, champion coach, champion trainer, man. How's everything going, bro?
Oh man, I can't complain. What's good with you on the East Coast? Back on the East yet?
Yep, I'm back in the East. I'm back at the crib, man. I'm back at the crib.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I seen you having the ball out there in Mexico.
Ah, man, I enjoyed myself, man. It was good. It was good. The beaches were nice. The weather was hot. Couldn't complain for a birthday weekend, man.
Oh,
Um, how's Vegas though? I mean, I've been hearing like things that like you got a lot of like I don't know if you got a lot of properties, but you got some properties out there. Uh, talk, talk a
yeah.
little bit about that. Some of the investments you made out of boxing, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, mainly, honestly, most are in Cleveland. Most of my investment properties in Cleveland. We got, I think, the first or second one of the best markets to get real estate um in America.
Okay.
Yeah, and one of my best friends put me up on game on. He been doing it for a while, so man, yeah, that's where the action is at as far as investment property. I got a couple here in Vegas, but Cleveland is where it's at, and that's for anybody, whether it's you, whether it's anybody. I mean, a lot of people come in from different states to come out there, and I mean, we got properties for so low, it's ridiculous almost.
So I see that you started your new YouTube channel, Fight God TV. Am I correct? Is that the right way of
Yeah,
saying it?
getting it. I'm getting my feet wet. So yeah, hopefully everybody on here subscribe because we gonna be locking in pretty much every week too. So
Yep. So me and Mickey will be doing after the weigh-ins. We'll probably be doing it. What do you think? You think after the weigh-ins would be good? I think that would probably be nice after the weigh-ins.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, on Fridays. Um, but yeah, make sure you guys tap in. It's Fight God TV. Is it? I looked on your Instagram, right? It is more than boxing. Is it?
Uh, yeah, I think I was taping. That was like some of the footage from the fight weekend. I just put up some shorts. Yeah, think I put some shorts. Yeah, I'm gonna have all kind of stuff though. I'm gonna have a lot of stuff on there, even when I'm training some of the uh, top level behind the scenes stuff and all of that. This week I have we'll be doing our thing every.
That
Yeah,
sounds good, man. That sounds good. Make sure you guys smash the like button and make sure you guys go out, subscribe to Fight God TV. It's Mickey Bey's channel, so you already know it's gonna be lit. Um, nevertheless, man. Wow, what a week of boxing. I mean, let's break down some of the undercards and leading up to the main event. Um, let's start with the Mario Barrios and Ugas fight. Was a fight that was hard for you and hard for me to pick. The older fighter looked like Ugas seems like he's on his way out. My opinion. I feel like the tore retina surgery and all that other stuff kind of can affect him over the time. I think he's a father as well, so I feel like I think he should be able to see for the rest of his life, my opinion. And he's already 38 years old, made plenty money in the sport. What your thoughts on the fight itself and Ugas, as far as possibly being the gatekeeper at that 47 division, or you believe he should hang him up?
I honestly think that I don't think he should be the gatekeeper because, like you said, he done already made a few of those lifetime. But the kids, what we just said when you just said about real estate, I'm sure you got something going yourself, or
Yeah, absolutely.
straight from yourself. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. A lot of fighters, not I ain't gonna say him, but a lot of athletes and fighters, not I ain't gonna say they're not the best with for the long haul. I even I didn't have that problem intentionally, but I knew, and even I know even more now. Like, okay, if I fight a few more fights, I know where to put my money now, because I didn't have a choice but to practice that. So with Ugas, I'm sure he made a humongous payday with Manny, and then he made a few more nice ones. So yeah, and he made a good one Saturday. So honestly, I think that retina, I think it's mainly that. Like he probably still could fight if it wasn't for the retina, but if that was me and it was my retina, maybe I would do a farewell, an easy fight. He just want to go out with a win, and yeah, I would just put my money up and just do something else. But that's the key. Like I said, like fighters and people. Period. A lot of people watching. Just got to be more disciplined. Put the money up because that's the hardest part. People end up having to come back because of money. And I don't think that with his skill, I think he would be able to fight, but that I don't look good.
Right, 100%. It's been closed. It was closed in the fight. Um, Even in that fight, do you believe that Silas should have probably, threw in the towel due to the fact that he was down so many rounds, went down two times as well. As a trainer, being put in that position for a fighter, what's your behalf on that?
Yeah, man, that's a hard decision. I probably would have, but maybe he kind of knew this might be his last go, so he wanted him to just go ahead and go to distance. He want to he don't want to say he got stopped last fight or his last couple fights. I think that's really what it was. Silas probably because I can hear him gauging it, telling him like, man, if you don't, he was kind of warning him. So I think that that's what it was. But I think he wanted to just let him go ahead and go his distance because this might be one of his last couple fights.
Right, right. Um, you know, when it comes to the fight itself, do you believe that's one of the best performances on Mario Barrios' behalf?
Yeah, it probably was. Yup. Well, he always could fight. Honestly, he was doing good with Tank before he got caught. So, yeah, Barrio always, like one of those durable, tough fighters. But he stepped up at the right time because this put him pretty much. And I think he probably going to fight with one of my guys out here. I don't know if we talked about Cody Crawley.
No, we haven't. Is that one of your fighters?
Nah, but he trained out here at the same gym I'm at a lot. So he said he was supposed to fight the winner of that
Mm, mm.
next year. I think that's gonna be make for a good fight.
Um, so, if that fight does come into fruition, uh, who do you favor in that fight against Cody Carley and Mario Barrios?
Honestly, I'm a favorite Cody just because of the style and him getting it's a 50-50 fight. Me just seeing Cody's hunger, his style. I'm gonna probably go give Cody the edge.
Cody the Edge?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him the edge. I'm seeing how hard he already working and he could fight those kind of styles pretty good. So I'm gonna go with him.
Mm. That would probably be the best fighter on his.
Is he gonna be the underdog?
Yeah, absolutely. Would be probably the best fighter on his resume up to date.
Oh,
Uh,
for sure.
what do you think about the matchup and how does the keys to victory for Cody Carley in that fight with Mario Barrios if it was to happen?
Like a good fan friendly fight because Cody like to mix it up. A lot of people on here probably don't know him yet because he haven't really jumped out, but this is probably his coming out party. But Southpaw throw a lot of punches, excellent shape, always in the gym. He got some size. I think you know, uh, I think it's gonna be a brawl, but I think Cody probably can. I think he can. I think that's the fight he can win.
You think that fight turns into a brawl?
Yeah, I think Cody is good at turning to that.
Mm, mm, mm. Mr. Lighton says salute champ Mickey Bey.
Was good. I need 25 new subscribers. I see 25 people up here. We gonna get it cracking. I just started the page a couple days ago, so I need everybody to tap in, and we gonna be tapping in every week here live. So I need y'all to tap in.
You already know it's pinned up right there. Fight God TV, Mickey Bey's new channel. New channel. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got 26 people on the live, only 5 likes. Let's get these likes up so we can improve the visibility of the show. We are here now, breaking down the next fight of the card, and Jesus Ramos versus Erickson Lubin. A lot of controversy when it came down to the platform of Showtime, talking about the announcements, talking about, hey, Erickson Lubin might have got an early birthday gift. I looked at the fight and I felt like it was a fair shake. I think that the cards were kind of a little off. I don't think Lubin won 9 rounds, but I'm cool with 7-5. I've seen some things that people didn't see, but I would like to know what y'all thoughts.
You know what? I was during the fight. I was kind of in and out because I was at like a fight party type thing. But I was watching. My brother was saying like, if the kid keep fight, he ain't gonna win. That's what he was saying. He was saying that, and I liked the kid. I was saying, man, I like this guy. The way he fight. But I was in and out. What I'm gonna do is literally, by the time we come back Friday, I'm gonna score round for round like a judge. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that today, and then we could probably tap back in. I get my scorecard, but boxing, so I'm gonna take your word for it because Shakur said what you said. A lot of fighters said what you said. They said that they think that the guy was coming forward, but Lubin was more like out accurate. They kind of said exactly what you just said. They give him like they give him the nod, but maybe not 9 rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. It was the jab for me when it came down to Lubin. I mean, it was very accurate. He was throwing the single, the double, the triple, and then the level changes with the jab as well was very impressive. Stabbing to the body. When it came down to Jesus Ramos, in my behalf, he did a great job in the first half of the fight, and then just let go and let it ride after 7. Man, after the 7th round, he let it go. Um,
I like. I ain't gonna lie. I think Ramos gonna be a good fighter for him to be that young and a step up already. I don't think that it hurt him at all. He gonna definitely be a future champion for sure. I don't got a doubt in my mind. Like he definitely he gonna win. He gonna be a good fighter. He gonna win him a title in the near future.
Yeah, a lot of people started saying around the 7th round, Lubin landed a big shot to the temple and kind of disrupted the rhythm of Jesus Ramos. Um,
Oh, okay. Lubin can.
yeah, exactly. I was about to say that exactly. He can punch, and to that behalf, I think it was a good fight. Now, will a rematch be appealing, possibly in the main event card? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it would.
Oh, you know what? I think they gotta have a rematch. They should. But no, well, Lubin gonna try to go for a title now.
Oh, absolutely. He doesn't want the small dogs. He wants the big dogs.
But I would like to see. I would like to see maybe see him against. Let me think. You know what? I like to see that kid against. Um. What's the what? I don't know if he's ready for. He should be ready. I like to see him and Virgil Ortiz.
Ooh, at 54.
Yeah, I would like to see him and Virgil Ortiz.
Mm. Yeah, Virgil hasn't been in the ring for what? Almost was it 2 years now?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna go 54 middleweight, but Virgil, I was pretty high on Virgil, so hopefully he can. I think I don't know if weight was a problem or he had a health problem. Hopefully he can get over it because he definitely is a top dog in the sport. So I was
Mm.
looking forward to him. I'm pretty much a fan of his fighting style.
Yep, yep, absolutely. Um, in the same time, when it comes down to your channel, because I got some people asking, next time we do our live on Friday, I'm gonna actually post your link so that way people can find you a little easier. But it's Fight Space God Space
No,
TV.
it's all together. Fight Guy TV.
All right, guys. So you already know it's actually all together. I'm gonna change the link right now so people can find it easier. Um, Fight God TV, and that's Mickey Bey's channel right there. Just wanna remove this and unpin this, and then pin this one. We'll be getting right into this boxing talk in a second, guys. I just want to get a little bit more organized. And there it is. Fight God TV with no spaces, guys. All right. So, leading up to the main event. Oh, before even that, how'd you like Cormel and his his debut?
Oh, he was sharp. It was what I expected pretty much. He's a dog, a little pit bull. So, it was what I expected for him to just run through his guy.
Yeah, he definitely finessed the knockout I seen. You could see the amateur in him. I feel like, definitely a kid that has a lot of potential. But in the same time, that transition from amateur to pro is something that it takes a couple fights for people,
Oh, very slow.
right? Um, when it comes down to that transition as a coach, what do you is it the rounds that you put in? Is it that as a pro, or what can you do in the gym that you can actually improve that?
Um, Him just getting used to picking his shots more, and the bad part is you really can't fight slow in the 4 rounder because it's only 4 rounds, but just being a more defensive, having more defensive responsibility because some guys, if you throwing all them punches, they can clip you. And so when you that young, main thing is the maturity and how you gonna take a punch without your headgear. So it can be a bad technically, and they can have the most punching power in out of anybody. Like, so punching, like I know, punching power and skills don't mean that they go together. A lot of guys that can punch are either mediocre or worse. So some of the top fighters don't even have big punching power. So he just got to watch out for that. But other than that, he is the good. I've been seeing he was damn near a baby, literally like 5, 6 years old. So um, he just got to move slow. He young, so he got years. Like I don't. He keep moving his way up for some years.
Eh, Um, you know, I like that you said that, but it's kind of hard to believe due to the fact that what Mayweather stated that in 24 months, he guarantees, Cormel to be a millionaire. So that kind of tells me that he'll be getting into the 10 rounders within, the second year. What do you think about that as far as, being a millionaire at basically 18, right? He's 16 years old or 17?
Yeah, he might be at least 7. I think.
Yeah. So, to be able to get that type of money, I'm assuming you would need to at least have, be in the 8 or 10 rounds.
Yeah, yeah, but like I say, Floyd get excited sometime.
Just like the fight that he was supposed to be doing with Liam Wood, right?
Oh man, yeah, I think that Floyd, just being honest,
Hmm.
just being honest, Floyd get excited sometime, man. I think he won the top fighter because he don't really have, Mayweather Promotions. I don't know if they still really, they haven't really been in the business in a while since Tank left. So I don't know if he's trying to rebuild his stable or what, but Floyd, I don't know, man. Floyd is, who knows, man. He got a lot on his plate. He'd say something. And he got a lot of money and a lot going on himself. But I think Jermell in the future will be a champion.
Yeah, absolutely. Strong kid. They gave him somebody. I think Shakur gave him comparisons of Inoue. Um, Cormel said I'm a lot bigger and stronger than Inoue. Obviously, this is something that we shouldn't really be comparing at the point in time of his age and stuff like that. But I mean, what we can compare is, guys that are smaller opposition but are well known. I mean, think about it. possibly by in 2 years you see him and Stephen Fulton maybe getting it on?
I can't really now. I got to be real and just we got to see him with tough veterans in the future first. Like he's so young and he got to mature. He literally is a kid. Literally,
Literally.
even Ramos is still a kid in the ring. So and that's in the 20s. You still don't fully to the mid to late 20s. You don't fully develop. So at 17, I think he just should keep. It's a difference taking a grown man's punch. A lot of young fighters get ruined that way, but I think Floyd just want him another superstar because he right now, like I say, Mayweather promotion doesn't have anybody. So um, I think that I don't think so yet. He got to
You're reading that comment with
have
Joel Vasquez.
like that fight too. Him and Ramos in the future. In the future,
Oh, Ramos and Zayas,
yeah, I like that fight in the future.
Mexican and Puerto
Yeah,
Rican.
huge for the that'd be a big box office thing.
Right, right. But let's be honest here. When it comes down to Ramos, he's had the better opposition. Um, and it seems to me that the training wheels are kind of off.
Yeah, I think right now you would have to get him the edge. I mean, he just still whether he didn't win or not, he fought on the big stage under the lights and showed that what he can do. I just think, he's super young. Like I say, he gonna come back belt. His next fight would be good because he gonna take his revenge out on his next opponent. So we gonna have to tune in to that.
Who would you like to see Lubin and Ramos fight next?
Ramos, I would like to see fight Virgil Ortiz.
Okay.
And I would like to see Lubin probably get him a vacant title shot. Maybe let me see, 54. Maybe with what's his name? Um what's the kid, the zoo.
Tim Zoo.
Yeah, that'd be a good fight. It'd be dangerous to tell, but I would like to see them fight sometime down the line. But
How about the rematch of Fandora and Erickson Lubin?
what you say?
The rematch of Erickson Lubin and Fandora.
You know what? Yeah, I think he can run that one back. I forgot about Fundora. Yeah, he need to run. I would after I win the belt. I think the belt is the first priority for him to go ahead and get that title because he did take a risk even fighting this kid. Because if he would have lost, they'd have kind of made him work his way back up. So he got the win. He there at the title. Yeah, I think him and Fundora would be a good vacant title fight. Him get him a rematch. I think that'd be good.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Fundora supposed to be good.
What?
Fundora versus Ramos would be good.
Yes, it would be. That is a nice matchup. I like that matchup. Um, you know, now for the main event, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get into that, guys, we got 36 people on the live, only 10 likes. Let's get these likes up here. We're gonna be breaking down the
Don't
main event.
cost it like, man. Just put it up and send the don't they got the super chats up in here, right?
Yes, sir.
We need both. Like, we gonna get this to y'all Friday. Like so let's get it in. We gonna give y'all an hour plus every Friday.
You already know, guys. We're about to turn up right now and break this fight down. And let's get to it. What are your initial thoughts and your reaction to this fight with Jermell Charlo and Canelo Álvarez?
Well, it's funny because when we spoke before the fight, that's why I couldn't see him beat.
Yep, you said 60-40.
And that was, I was rooting for Charlo because it's my, friend and personally, but I couldn't see it happen. I knew Canelo was too much, like because just because they look like they the same size, well, Canelo been already fighting light heavyweights and super middleweight. I knew that'd be the difference. I knew that he would just be too much skill wise, just too much power. once Charlo felt his power, you could see, and nobody, he was the one in there, so none of us know what he felt. Him taking that knee showed what he felt early on, and I think once he felt it, he kind of knew I got to be careful opening up. And then my thing was how good of a counter puncher that that Canelo is. That man, I think he was just careful. He was a little too careful. I would like to see him give us a little more of his money, of our money's worth. But I do understand, get his career ruined that night, So he just need to go down at least to middle, maybe even junior middleweight. And you know what? No, I don't think Lubin should fight Charlo yet. Maybe a unification. Maybe unification. I
Mm.
was gonna get the rematch with him because he fought him when he was young, just like how Ramos was. So I think maybe they get a match going in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you see the jitters in Charlo from the first 2 rounds?
Yup, yup, yup. Canelo is a whole different animal, so I wasn't surprised, man. He didn't give many openings. Canelo looked sharp. He was on his P's and Q's. You could even see before the fight, he was just like amped up to get his revenge. He wanted he looked good. Good. He was sharp.
The magnitude of the fight when Canelo enters the ring is something out of the ordinary. You know what I'm saying? The arena kind of like just is like a volcano and it erupts. Does that do anything for a fighter that's never really been on that stage?
100%. Because you notice in any sport, that's why they say it's a hometown advantage. Whether it's a basketball, football, soccer, anything, having your fans behind you, it's an energy thing. You got to think energy is real. We made up with energy. So at the end of the day, you got all of that energy connected to you, and man, it makes a difference for sure. Like it's definitely it's definitely an advantage.
Um, you know, some of the judges, I think two of the judges had, Charlo winning, the fifth and the ninth. Um, Possibly, in my eyes, didn't really see Charlo even really win any round. Um, when it came down to the seventh round, though, exactly, Canelo. Let's talk about the knockdown. I felt like it's underrated because the way he threw, he started with the jab, and then he threw a hook that is no, he threw a straight that it looked like it was coming to the body. He directed it to the body. Then he directed like if it was going to throw a hook to the top, but instead he straightened it out right towards the end. How impressive is that? Because you're directing two different directions, and then you're going straight down the middle.
See, that's what I meant about Canelo in his time. He got the ability to see it open fast, so he could see through. I think he hit him in the temple, kind of right. He saw it and he got right there. That's the dangerous part, and that's why I want to see him and Benavidez. Because even though I got a favorite Benavidez, but the only thing is he see the thing with that is it's hard to it seems like it's very hard to hurt Benavidez, but Canelo does have better timing than Benavidez. So I would like to see it'll be timing versus volume in that fight. Like I think it'll be a real good fight. Because of that, he could see the open, get it right there. But the only thing is his work rate gonna have to be different. And he won't be able to walk Benavidez back. So but I'm thinking that maybe we might see that at least in the third. But I would get him next. If I was Canelo, I would go ahead and get it out to get him now. He looked good. He looked sharp. I don't think he should wait. I think business wise, I think he gonna wait to the third fight with PBC, and maybe he'll fight another fight. He just took a big fight. I don't think he gonna fight the brother.
No, it
Uh,
seems to me that's what it's lined up to be.
you know what? I think he will because it's a good selling point. Like, all right, he fighting the bigger brother, and
Not too much of a risk.
but we don't know if Charlo head is going. We'll see what he got on if he Well, no, is he supposed to fight this year? Right? Is he the co-main
He's
Fidesz?
Yeah, he's going to be fighting Jose.
Oh,
Jose Benavidez, his brother.
fight. Oh, okay. So, okay, yeah. Well, he should be ready. Bey, because that's when Canelo will be fighting on Cinco de Mayo. So hopefully he look good in that, and they could fight the rematch. They could fight, and that'd be a good seller. I think Benavidez and he had a fight in September if Canelo, do what I favor Canelo in that too. So I like to see Canelo and Benavidez at the September. I'm sure they do it for the Independence holiday.
Right.
Mexico, it makes all the sense in the world. So he got to run that one, man. We know the Mexicans got the. It's a pride thing. You can't duck. You can't not fight the other top Mexican star. Like this dude, give him a shot at the throne.
Mm, mm. Uh, the winner of that fight, maybe more in the factors of Canelo. If Canelo beats David Benavidez, is he the Mexican GOAT?
Nah, not in my opinion. Nope.
Chavez,
Some of
still?
my goats of all time, period, are a couple of Mexicans. I got Ricardo Lopez and Salvador Sanchez are two of my all my favorite top 20 fighters, like out of all weights and all everybody. So
All cultures. Yeah, Salvador Sanchez was a bad boy.
yeah, and little Ricardo Lopez is one of my favorite. I got him in the top 10 skill wise ever. Top
Mm.
10 out of air, and this was Sugar Ray Robinson and all of those guys. So um, I think that you put him. I'm not gonna put him up there with Chavez, and you could put him up there, but Salvador, he just died early, but Ricardo Lopez was almost flawless to me. But you can put him up there in that. I like Juan Manuel Marquez, Barrera, Morales, and all them guys. So you could possibly put him over some of those guys, but I can't say Chavez or them dudes really. I mean, when you talk about the culture, Chavez is like a god. Like he was,
Right.
they really don't give him. It seemed like they don't really like Canelo that like they like his fight style, but they don't. They got to give you that. They kind of like, man, what's up? Like they kind of knocking Canelo. Like they almost would be rooting for Benavidez, even though he's a Mexican American. He's bringing the Mexicano kind of pride more than Canelo almost. I understand it's a business more than Canelo because he the goat when it come to like the business about. I mean, Canelo is making all time GOAT money, so I give him all the credit in the world for that. But I'm an old school guy and I don't count money, so now whoever win that fight, Benavidez got a way to go. He got another 10 years or so. So I think he got more of a chance to pass up like a Chavez than Canelo because Canelo got a. But if Canelo was to beat him, yeah, he would move far up because I think Benavidez would win that. But if he was to win, put him. I would argue with putting him. I wouldn't say the goat, but I wouldn't argue with somebody if they said like he get him a couple more big wins. But the goat, I don't know, man. I'm old school. I like them old school Mexicans. They wasn't no joke.
Well, speaking upon some old school facts, I just got off the live not too long ago with Stephen Edwards, Breadman, and he declared, he said, that when it comes down to the 154 division, the 160 division, the 168 division, and all the way going up to 75, there's only really two fighters that really accomplished that, and that was Thomas Hitman Hearns, and Sugar Ray Leonard. And now Canelo Alvarez is number three on that list. Um, kind of separates himself among all the greats when we hear stuff like this. And that's why I mentioned upon the Mexican GOAT, because it's not saying that I believe that, but also this is something that is really hard to target those type of weight classes and moving up in those type of weight
His
classes.
accolades is man, it's just hard because Mexico is Mexico. So you know,
Now maybe if Canelo was able to target a title at 47 when he was there, then maybe we could argue something.
yeah, but I can't. I mean, I ain't even getting all the way in my Mexican bag. Like off the top of my head, them just guys that I grew up watching and like. But I mean, to me, my Mexican goat is Ricardo Lopez, which is like he retired undefeated. He and just skill wise, man, this dude was incredible. Like now, accolade wise, you probably can give Canelo, but I'm talking about just the eyeball testing. My favorite, Ricardo Lopez, and my other favorite is Salvador Sanchez.
Me too.
Ricardo Lopez was just something different. Like that dude was. You got to think Juan Manuel Marquez and all of them style was patterned after him from Nacho Burstein. Like his style is 100%. I agree with you. Viral Chronicles, but hey, Ricardo was one of my favorite fighters of all time. Like this up here with Sugar Ray Robinson. I don't put Canelo with the Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson. I put Salvador Sanchez and Ricardo Lopez up here with them.
Mm, mm. Uh, Supposedly, 900 thousand pay-per-view buys
Wow.
were possibly reported, and I
Because
think you and I said around 850 possibly could happen.
that'd be great because it ain't no such thing as a weight bully, man. Y'all gotta delete that term. But back on the buys. That's great because now you can steal them. So I hate that you can steal it so easy that they probably would buys if you couldn't. You would probably see 5 million pay-per-view buys nowadays if you couldn't like steal the string. At least three. I'm sure you would see at least 3 million, 2 million on the regular. But now, so doing 900 in this day and age is almost like getting 2 or 3 million.
Absolutely, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys smash the like button. This is Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the fighters channel, the trainers channel, the people's channel. Remember, man, we got Mickey Bey, former champion, right here, and we're gonna be tapping in each and every Friday, giving you guys what you need. Right now, we are kind of like dissecting this fight with Jermell Charlo and Canelo Alvarez. Now, Mickey, and my question to you is that a lot of people are giving Jermell Charlo a lot of grief, saying that he kind of really didn't go down on his shield. A lot of people don't understand being in there with a big puncher like Canelo Alvarez is. What's your behalf on that subject? Because a lot of people paid $90 to see this fight, and Jamel Charlo said, I'm doing it for the culture. Do you believe that he did what he had to do for the culture?
The only reason I give him he usually fight like a dog every time. So you gotta kind of know, man. Believe me, he felt thunder. That boy felt that thunder and said he felt the thunder. Listen, Canelo can punch and he's accurate. So when he went down on that knee, you could see like that must be feeling some. All right, we just mentioned Ugas earlier in the show, right? I think he felt that power to where he could have got his orbital something. Now I can't get at a pass because fighting is fighting, so you do got to dog it out. Well, I would give him a pass because he give us our money's worth most every time he fight like a dog. So we just got to look at it like he bit off more than he could chew. He stepped in for his brother, and gave us a fight. I think it was like, man, you know what? My brother can't fight. I'm gonna go up and give it a go. He got in there. He knew it was more. He bit off more than he could chew. So, um, you know, Red, what's up? Is that my boy Red?
Red Spikes.
Hey, right. I ain't gonna give him no excuses though. He still should have, cause Crawford, like his guy, his fighter will
Oh, that's Coach Red.
yeah, I think that was Red. He said don't give him no excuses. That's my guy though. But
I definitely got to get on. Gotta get definitely an interview with Red for sure.
yeah, if I'm mistaken, that was Red out of the Crawford camp. But okay, I'm gonna say it like this: he should have did more, threw more punches. So because we looking at Lil Crawford coming up, and Crawford is a he's a 147 naturally. Like he might can gain weight, but he's a natural 47 pounder, 140 pounder. So for him to go up, if he was to go fight Canelo, we gonna see him putting smoke out there. So and that's a guarantee. Like we we do got to say, damn, Canelo, Crawford, Charlo, that you just already had the money spent. Like, oh damn, after this fight, I'm gonna get a Bugatti. I'm gonna get. We know he got a big 850 bag. So that's my only. That's my grief. Is my pity on my thing is like we. I put it like this: I can't argue against the criticism. He earned that by the way that he fought. He ain't throw no punches.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, with that type of performance, did he kind of mess up a fight for Jamal? I know that Jamal really campaigns at 160 pounds. A lot of people said that Mel, is a better boxer than Maul. Some people think otherwise. Also, when it comes to being a bigger guy, Maul is the bigger guy, but is he more durable? That's something that we can't really say until we see them in there.
I think he would be more durable just because of the size, um, but that was just he bit off more than he could chew for his speed, for his style. I didn't see I didn't see him beating him. Like I say, I couldn't imagine it. Like him beating Canelo. Canelo don't lose to just any. He got two against you know one of the greatest ever in Mayweather while he was young, went up to a huge guy, Bivol. Like so, him losing the. Remember what we was talking about? We said the other day that for him going up fighting Bivol and fighting him is gonna be feel easy, and I believe that. He fought this guy about a year ago. He do gonna feel like a piece of cake as far as size of Charlo, and that's kind of how it looked.
Right, 100%, 100%. Um, and now, a lot of people we've spoke upon this. We got to keep it 100. We got to keep it funky when it comes down to Crawford. Obviously been on Twitter wanting this Canelo fight. He also said that Jermell Charlo might be off my hit list after watching this fight. Do you believe Crawford might be trolling and just wanting to see exactly what people are saying, or do you think it's true? You don't think that he wants to fight Mel?
Well, this what I love about Crawford is that Crawford get bored. What I think is still a good fight, and and if he got most of his belts, I would take him if I was Crawford. But Crawford is so competitive that that'll bore him because of the fight he just had. It's almost like oh,
3.
Crawford maybe he can get them three. But what I love about Crawford is his competitive nature is to push it to the limit. Like this dude will fight Canelo. Like I don't know, if he can go up to all the way to 68, but I do think he's a better fighter than Canelo. So um, I think he might could pull off the unthinkable. But I would go ahead and take them three. Go for those three belts with Charlo. That'd be still a great fight because we had Charlo coming from revenge, fighting off that criticism. He fighting the smaller guy. I think it'll still be a great fight. But I do believe Crawford and what he's saying. I think that Crawford, I believe him because he's real competitive. So I think he like, man, you kind of screwed our fight up by not giving no effort. You know,
Yeah, 100%. A lot of these people, that don't necessarily understand the sport of boxing or understand, the styles that make fights. Some people say that, Canelo Alvarez is overrated. When we talk about the root of undisputed for some of these fighters, the root for undisputed when it came down to Jermell Charlo, I believe he fought some great opposition to get there. And we, self-explanatory when it comes out to Canelo Alvarez. But my question to you is that you know, I like what Roy Jones said. Roy Jones mentioned that he would like to see Crawford at 54 before jumping to 68. What's your behalf on that?
I agree. I agree. 68 is like, I'm sure that he gained weight to get up. I'm sure he got to do a lot to get up there. Like, I know, you know, like, yeah, I'd like to see him stop at 54 first, and go ahead and get them belts, because at the end of the day, even if he beat Charlo, that's enough to compare him to the Mayweather. Like, all right, I put it like this: I got Mayweather as the greatest 12 round fighter ever. I could
Mhm.
We could put Crawford there at the greatest 12 round fighter ever. Currently, it'd be between him and Mayweather. Like, that's just off beating Charlo for the belts. I give him that. I give him and Mayweather like it can go either way. Like, it'd be, if you say Crawford, I wouldn't argue with that. Like, if he go up and beat Charlo and get them 3 belts, because Floyd never he never became undisputed.
Mm, mm. Yeah, absolutely. Going off of what Coach Red said over here. Where is he at? Where is he at? Where is he at? Red Spikes, Red Spikes.
Fred, they better give Bomac that trainer of the year, man. They better give it to him. And
Yeah,
Bomac too, free Bomac.
free Bomac, absolutely, man.
Oh,
The whole team is doing a great job as far as
listen,
what they did, even with Chris Eubank Jr. I mean, that was impressive as well.
got a great team, man. All of them work together, great, working together for years. I admire that, because that's the hardest thing to do. Like back in the day when I was with Kronk, with Emmanuel Stewart, they had a good team of a bunch of trainers like that all get along. Like, dudes all get, ain't no hate. Everybody give each other props. They all play their roles. It's hard to do that with two trainers being together, let alone they got three or four. They got 3 or 4. So great. They got probably one. They got one of the best, if not the best, overall team in boxing.
Team in boxing, right? Because like to double back on that, here's Red Coach Red said, we train to win, and we don't believe in losing. That competitiveness right there is something that is, it seems like it rubs off and it becomes competitive and within the team. Going off of what Kyron Davis said, I think they put him in there for camp for Sean Porter, and he told me, he's like, Coach Red was training me, when it came down to sparring for Crawford. So, like, it's tough. It's tough when you bring in some fighters in training camp and they don't get the help in the corner to be able to be victorious, because, when it comes down to trying to work hard in training camp like that, you want to be able to give Terrence the best looks. And the harder, you work, you make him work, the better he's gonna do in the fight. And it was funny to me to hear that from Chiron, because then that competitiveness rubs off and says, all right, well, if you had a good day, Coach Red would say, we got you today, we got you today. But Crawford, what he'll do is he'll make sure he turn it up the next day and it's over.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, right? This in March. They was out here when I was working with Shakur in his camp, right? Terrence Ring inspired the whole gym, including Shakur.
Mm.
It's March. When I seen that, I said Earl in trouble. I'm like, man, this dude already going 15 rounds, 12. He's sparring with the whole gym. But you got to look at it like this: guys like Shakur, he didn't help raise their game up. Just even though he ain't working hard with them, just being in the, it's like LeBron playing Jordan or Kobe or something like that. Like, these dudes in there with Crawford, you seeing the improvement in them when they fight. They raising their level up, and yeah, they just got a good overall team, man. Like, and all of them fought before. All of them know the game. Just good people, man. Um, you know, they got a great team, man. They really deserve all of the credit and the accolades they deserve, for sure. Because I don't see it nowadays in boxing. you don't see team. It's always a beef and a competition. Like, so I think a lot of people should learn from them as far as working together. Because it might be some stuff that Red is better at, and then it might be some stuff that Bomac, then Bernie, Saul. Like, that's how you supposed to do. Like, all right, you do this, do that. That's what I believe in, and I want more of when it come to me working. If people like, all right, you do that, you do this. It ain't an ego thing. At the end of the day, they all got the same goal for the one fighter, and that's why Terrence is the best in the game.
Yeah, it seems to me that Derek James kind of seen that, and I think that he might have called Coach Calvin to add to the team because I did see Coach Calvin. There was a rumor. I talked to Coach. Coach did say to me that you know they're good friends. They might make that happen for Spence, for Derek James and the Spence team. And then watching the weigh-ins, I seen Coach Calvin there. Right there with them in the weigh-ins. So it seems to me that he's kind of like taking a little pointers in the book of Team Crawford.
Well, see, here's the thing, though, right? And salute to you, Red. I see you. Uh, Here go my thing, though. The only thing with them is they all came up together.
That's something that you ooh.
Yeah, like see, when I was with Kronk back in the day, people know, man. Listen, Emmanuel Stewart had some of the best trainers under him that wasn't heard of. Man, they was the truth. And
Yeah,
even
like Rodney Shields was with him, right?
no, I'm talking about people out of Detroit and Ohio. Like he
Oh,
had, Detroit right by Ohio, so it was
hmm.
like a picture, right? They, man, listen, like even Big Floyd seemed like they all from the same little cloth of teachers. Like some of them they learned from like the Eddie Futches and people like that was kind of who they studied up under. Floyd and Big Floyd and Emmanuel Stewart and had guys like Roland. His nephew was young. I Jave and Sugar Hill. Uh, he was just training like amateurs, because he was young and he had he had Logan, he had the old man, damn, what's his name? I gotta get the names, but they team was up together, so what's the difference? Dang, what's his name, man? The old man was the truth. Damn, I gotta get you, but Luther Burgess. Luther Burgess. He came up with Sugar Ray Robinson, Joe Louis, and all of them. So, and they I remember Crawford them had the old man, I forget, but I forget his name off the top of my head, but they all learned under him and just carried the tradition on. If you want boxing to stay great and had this kind of IQ, you gotta have real. That's my biggest knock in boxing today is the fake trainers, the Instagram, the YouTube and Instagram. And I know
The PE trainers.
Fred, you know what I'm talking about. All these Instagram, they all copying. They don't. Now if you're gonna do that with fitness people, that's fine. But these trainers got to be able to identify who to work with, because if we want boxing to stay great for the next 20 years, you got to train. You got to have teachers as your trainers, because all of that faking gonna get you hurt when you get. Terrence ain't getting about magic. Look at his training. Training. They all understudies of the old man that they had that died. Like I can't remember his name, but he was the old school. They ain't nothing like them
Uh,
old teachings ain't nothing like it.
yeah, we see that a lot. It just seems to me that people are put in positions, and then at the same time, their access to certain gyms, certain you know what I'm talking about.
I don't play that, man. Listen, I told Devin and I tell my guy, like, look, I'm new. I give all the trainers they respect. Like I'm new. I'm a young trainer coming up, so my knowledge is like an 80-year-old, but I still got respect for the guys that actually done the training job for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. But I like old school people. I came up under old school guys like, Floyd Sr., uh, Emmanuel Stewart, Tom Rowland. I work with the older guys is who you get that real game from, and that's leaving. So only guys like Bo Mac, Red Spikes, Saul, and they team, and me, and maybe a few more that really got it. Like, you got some good trainers still out there. Like East Coast, you got Andre Rozier. It's probably more. He got some good trainers with him. Then you got, the Midwest. We got rich culture. Like, uh, what I came up under. With Crawford and them.
Yeah,
Any,
the game's real potent.
yeah, like we got a lot of rich boxing history. But you got to get to me. I believe in old school teachings about it. And if you don't get guys that really came up like us, then to me, boxing is going to diminish because these guys is YouTube training. They just looking at what they see and trying to mimic, but they don't really know the game for real. Oh, okay, yeah, Midge Minor, like and you see what I'm saying, Fred saying, and
I mean, with these YouTube trainers.
it's like, man, listen, like it's cool, like have y'all fun and get the amateurs or something, but don't come trying to train these champions because y'all gonna mess the sport up,
Well,
or take a long time and learn.
right. Coach Kenny just called me and messed up my whole face. But as long as we guys can hear me, we'll finish the segment out. Um, Nevertheless, to double back on that with the coaching, because we talk about this a lot. Not the some of the best trainers weren't great fighters. We have here Jermell Charlo, basically letting go of his longtime trainer Rodney Shields to work with Roy Jones. Is that a good fit?
We got to see. I love Roy.
Yeah.
Roy, that was my first promoter, and we all looked up to Roy. He's a freak and a legend. We just got to see because, like I say, Eubank made the transition over to the Crawford camp,
Yes, sir.
beat the guy that he got knocked out by, and it's crazy because as much as I love Roy, I'm gonna tell you a quick story. Right, I was in Houston, James Prince, when that fight was getting ready to start, the first one against Eubank and Smith, Liam Smith, at his name.
Yep.
Okay, so this the funny part. I was with Jay. I was down in Houston, right, with Jay Prince, and I'm getting ready to go to the airport to leave. Jay,
Hmm.
Jay, like, oh man, Roy trained this kid. I'm about to bet on him, right? I'm like, Roy, don't do it. I'm like, Jay, don't do it. As soon as I get to the airport, Jay texts me like, man, you was right. Like he just stopped him in like the second round, but I think that he would be able to adapt to Roy's style that quick, or to adapt to Roy. To me, he got a young fighter that I came up with, um, um, Kevin Newman.
Yep, I
Honestly,
know Kevin.
that's my boy, but he got more of the style that fit the way that Roy teach. So
Yeah, it seems to me when he left Mayweather gym to go to Roy, he completely changed his whole fighting style.
yeah, to me, you got to have a special kind of skill set to train with Roy because Roy got the knowledge for sure, but sometimes bringing it into the ring, every fighter, got to fit the trainer. So, Roy might be good for some people. With Charlo, honestly, I wouldn't have seen that fit happening, but I mean, who knows? Like, it might work, it might not, but I wouldn't have seen yeah, yours still froze.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be frozen but for the whole piece. It just seems to me when people call me, like I said, Coach Kenny Ellis, he just gave me a call. I'm supposed to be doing an interview with him shortly.
Oh, okay. Hey, y'all, do me a favor. We got 67 people. We need more likes and go to Fight Guy TV. I think it's pent up there. I just
Yes,
started
it is.
a couple days ago, man. So let me get the extra little subscribers. We gonna be
Yes. Please, guys, please. Me and Mickey, we're going to be breaking down fights each and every Friday, but also he has his own channel as well. And I just pinned it up in the beginning here. It's Fight God TV. So make sure you go like, subscribe, and let's get these likes up right here. We gave a lot of game right here. And shout out to Coach Red Spikes as well. One of Terrence Crawford's coaches. Great, great, great guy. Definitely want to be able to. Mickey, make sure you pass my number to him so I could be able to do a segment with him as well. I
All right.
like to give him some shine.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, yeah. He definitely deserved it, man. Like I say, man, they got a great team, man. But one thing, the main thing that I admire is you don't feel no envy or like they in competition. They all work together.
There
Good
you
looking viral chronicles for subbing.
just
Yeah,
subscribe. Let's go. Let's go. Let's
so
go.
good looking out.
Yeah, man. Nevertheless, man, we did a great job breaking down some of these fights that just happened this weekend. We will be back on Friday to tap in for all the fights, all the major fights. We're here not just trying to break down the biggest fights in the game, but also all the fights in the game. So make sure you guys go out and subscribe to Fight God TV. That's Mickey Bey's channel, and make sure you guys get these likes up. Mickey, any last minute words you like to say
Um,
about these upcoming fights coming up, and what kind of intrigues you the most?
let me see. Oh, I like Devin Haney versus. Maybe we'll talk about that Friday. I like Devin Haney versus.
Regis Progress.
Yeah, I like that.
You going? Are you going to the fight?
I like Shakur's fight. Yeah, I beat him. Yeah, yeah, I
Oh,
beat him.
nice. So we'll be able to do a segment live out there as well. And then, yeah, Shakur Stevenson and De Los Santos is
Um,
definitely more of a 50-50 fight than people don't really
oh,
realize.
no, I don't think. I think it's 98-2.
Really,
I
really,
That's it. No, I give it 98-2. But it's fight. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's still a good fight. I just beat ass versus um
boo boo.
Demetrius. Right. Oh man, that's gonna be a great style matchup. What else we got? Yeah, I like those three ending the year off so far, and unless anything, and I'm excited that they just made the Fury versus. Tune in Friday. We're gonna talk about the
Oh
Fury.
yeah, this Friday we're gonna be chopping it up even longer, man. We're definitely gonna chop it up even longer.
Got Fury versus Usyk. Yep.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, my man Mick, this was a great segment. Thank you for tapping in with me. We'll be back on Friday, so make sure you guys tap in. Make sure that you also, when you subscribe to Fight God TV, make sure you press the notification button as well. And we'll be definitely going in real hard with this boxing talk.
Oh yeah, 100%. So, yup. Make sure y'all sub and keep checking us out.
You already know. Well, Mickey, man, I appreciate you, man, and see you on Friday.
All right, bet. All right.
Much love, God bless, and on to the next, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Make sure you guys like this channel, please. Make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and let's get these likes up to 40. Coach Red, thank you for tapping in with us as well. Make sure you hit me up on my Instagram, Mill City Boxing. I'd like to definitely get an interview with you as well. I just I admire the work that you bring to the table, and I definitely would like to pick your boxing brain. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. This is Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the fighters channel, the trainers channel, the people's channel. Much love. God bless.